Hey, thanks for watching again our Snap Forward Happy Hour. I'm Nick, and this is Lynn.
Hi, everybody.
She's joining us again this week because she did an awesome job last week. We had so much fun, right?
We had such a good time.
We did have a good time.
Yeah,
So it was good.
It was good. And I love this stuff. This is like a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun for me.
Cool.
So,
All right.
yay.
So you are my wife.
I am his wife.
Mom of two awesome boys.
I have a question.
I know. Didn't it sound like a question?
You are my wife?
It's more like, are you my wife?
Are you my wife? Well, I could say that if I would have fast forwarded from a year ago to now. Are you my wife? Right?
Yeah.
So
I am. I am a wife. I am
Beachbody coach now with a new website.
With a new website. Thank you. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Actually, but yes, I do have a new website, and I'm really excited about it. It's really good. I'm still in the initial stages of adding content, so if you have clicked on it already, I thank you. And if you have not clicked on it already, that's okay, because I will be adding lots of good stuff to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of work
that
needs to be done. But it's lynnboris.com.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
lynnboris.com.
Yeah. So, well, start off with our drinks. You are remaining consistent. In Cali, we like consistency, right?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
I myself like consistency as well. Yes.
You're drinking your...
Going with my Tito's and my LaCroix lemon. So
I am still sticking with Southern Tier, and I went with pumpkin. So today's theme is success, right? We're going to talk about success and what success means. For a lot of people, success could simply mean getting out of bed. For other people, success means making $1 million in a day. So everybody defines success differently. I think that a lot of times it's just important to figure out what success means for you, or for me, or for you, and be happy with it, right?
yeah,
Be satisfied with whatever success you define for yourself.
sure.
Keeping on the success theme, we have
Have fun with this one.
we have 15 body language blunders successful people never make. And this was on Forbes. And this is a listicle type article that I think is just BS. Because I don't think...
Good. I thought you were going to think it was like great.
No.
No.
No. We're all on the same page about the BS. For
because
sure.
there is not a single successful person.
When you first put that on there, I was thinking like, okay, there are those like young entrepreneur, like what's his name, Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah,
He's like a rude
the
guy,
creator of
wears a sweatshirt every
Facebook.
day,
Right.
like, and he's super successful, and that's what I immediately thought of when I was like, what is this?
I know. It's like one of those things that I don't know who reads this and says, I'm going to do all these 15 things.
Exactly.
Or 10 of them. So we're going to blow through these really fast. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. But I'll pick out some of the better ones. So number one is slouching. It's a sign of disrespect. It communicates that you're bored and have no desire to be where you are.
I have no desire to be here.
I have poor posture. I know I do. So I
was just saying that. I'm like, I slouch all the time, but it doesn't make me not successful.
I know, right? Yeah, successful people never ever slouch.
All
right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, let me just straighten out my back a little bit.
Number two is exaggerated gestures can imply that you're stretching the truth. Aim for small, controlled gestures to indicate leadership and confidence, and open gestures like spreading your arms apart or showing the palms of your hands to communicate
Look
you
at
have nothing to
last
hide.
week's happy hour and what I look like.
I have.
That's how comedians. They're exaggerated emotions and stuff.
Well, I have two words for you. Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That guy's all over the place.
And he's bomb.
And he's successful. I would say incredibly successful. So I'm calling BS on that one.
To say the least.
Watching the clock. So I actually kind of think that maybe watching the clock can be
That one, yes,
absolutely. Do it like
I think as a general
in the middle
rule.
of a speech, and you're just like, okay, what time is it? If you're just like standing there and it's right there, and you're just like, oh, well, forgot what time it might be. Like, it's fine. But
I think as a general rule, that's pretty disrespectful.
as long as you're not making it like, hey, what time is it? You're boring me.
If you have some place to be, I kind of understand though, right?
Yeah.
Now this one, I am all behind this one, and it's something I have to work on because I'm always thinking about a million things at once. Turning away from others or not leaning into your conversation portrays that you are unengaged, uninterested, uncomfortable, or perhaps even disrespectful of the person's... Excuse me.
Oh no, this is number personal
4.
space. I know, but I'm doing personal space right now.
Well, babe, I'll snuggle with you anytime you want. You can get in my personal space as much as you want.
Yeah.
But the personal space thing is like when John is filming and I'm trying to like look at what he's filming and like I'm like right there like okay what's going on in the little lens.
You're doing a job.
But you're doing,
you're
doing
doing
what you're
It's like
supposed
a
to do.
job, you know?
Right.
The people's jobs have to be like that.
I think that the turning towards people, it's a hard, like I think a little bit introverted by nature. I think that I'm not the most confident in confined spaces, so I don't always turn toward people. It's something that I have been trying to work on in recent years. But you know, it's that turn toward mentality. When someone's speaking with you, you turn toward with them and engage, and don't kind of like be okay, well, whatever, yeah, whatever. You know, I mean, you really, you know, get engaged, look them in the eye, and talk with them.
My thing is when you watch any TV show, none of them are looking at each other when they're talking.
Yeah.
Any TV show, they're like looking away. They're
But
like
in an interpersonal conversation, if you're doing something while someone is talking with you, they're generally going to think, okay, you're not paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Crossed arms. I've never agreed with this one. I always cross my arms. It's a comfort thing.
Same.
It doesn't mean I don't care what you have to say.
You are closed off.
I guess. Inconsistency
I do it too.
between your words and facial expressions. Who knows? Exaggerated nodding signals anxiety. So if you're walking around like a bobblehead, apparently you're anxious.
I always nod like.
I nod too.
Fidgeting.
I nod all the time.
Fidgeting, avoiding eye contact. I think eye contact, if you avoid eye contact, that bothers me. I actually did an interview with somebody a couple of years ago where this guy, I rooted for him the entire interview, like, look at me in the eyes one time. Just look. And he got real close and he almost got there and then he looked away again.
Didn't look at you one time.
Didn't look at me in the
That could
eyes
just be
one
discomfort.
time.
I mean, that could just be discomfort, though.
But I can understand why you would
that's
not be successful if
But
you can
that's
do
not indicative of success. Like,
look, I mean, I think
That just might be-
success overall is about being able to communicate with people. You're not going to be perfect with all of it.
no, absolutely. No,
I think eye
agree with
contact is essential. Eye contact that's too intense may be perceived as aggressive or crazy.
you. Oh, I would think that eye contact, looking at somebody, would mean like you're in intense
No,
conversation.
like looking at them too intensely,
like, a creepy,
like
like staring.
Right.
like that.
yeah, like that.
Oh.
Don't do that.
All right. You don't do
Rolling
that
your
either.
eyes is a fail-proof way to communicate lack of respect.
I love that.
Yeah, dude, rolling your eyes.
I'm too good at it.
I've
so good at
I've had
it.
employees do it to me, and it just drives me
Okay,
out of
but
my
that
mind.
you know, but if you're in a work environment, I mean, come on, let's maintain
I
some
don't think I've ever done it to
professionalism.
anybody like seriously. Like maybe I'll do it like oh my god.
When I say
behind their
employees, I don't
back?
mean you,
no,
by the way.
you know, but I'm saying like I don't think I ever do it to like somebody seriously. Maybe my sister, like oh my god, stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Like most.
But in a
times if I do it to
professional
somebody,
environment, you,
yeah, I'm
you
like,
wouldn't do that. No.
Here he goes again.
Yeah.
So number 12 is scowling, or as Lynn likes to call it, RBF.
Yeah.
I don't think in a professional environment, RBF. I mean, I don't have that.
It's a real thing.
It is definitely a real thing.
It's going to show up in a medical journal pretty soon.
No, really.
Wait, so they're saying that if you have a scowling thing, that's not cool.
Yeah, like don't look unpleasant.
Right.
Which, okay, fine.
Right.
This is probably one of my top ones because from the time I was a kid, my
That you
dad.
agree with or
that
not?
I agree with.
Okay.
Weak handshakes. If somebody gives you their hand and it's like a limp
Like
dead
this?
fish, like that, oh my gosh.
So
When
can is it like a woman? Do they have to have a strong one?
you know what I mean, I don't think it. I don't.
think firm would be a
I
good-
think
a good
if it's
word.
like
As long as I'm
this,
not like shake my hand with the same hand, like.
I think that. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of women that I've shaken hands with at networking events, and I've never thought twice about it. But when somebody gives you this like limp, it's just weird.
Somebody shakes your hand like they've never shaken a hand before.
Yeah, it's just weird. Clench fists. So I guess if you walk around like this, it's a little weird.
I don't know one person.
like that was in a
I don't know
movie.
one person successful or not that walks around with their.
like a little baby that would like.
I know.
Well, yeah, maybe
I know.
a little infant. Yeah, that would be the only person I could think of.
Maybe would ever do that.
The other thing is
Anyway.
getting too close. So if you're like,
Well, that was the one I was like referring to when
Yeah.
you did number 4. So
yeah. I think the bottom line with all this stuff, look, I mean, you can point to successful people that have done these things and successful people that have never done these things. I think the bottom line is you have to have a skill, right? And you have to develop a skill and
it's like a muscle
work
you're
really
trying
hard.
to strengthen.
right.
It's true. It's true.
I think it's that every one of those things is fairly arbitrary.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't like it. All right, so then we have 9 things that
This I didn't.
9 changes to make in your 30s that will set you up for lifelong success. So if you want to be successful, the first thing you need to do is stop smoking. And the people that quit before the age of 40 have a 90% lower mortality risk. I hope that's not 90% over the entire life, because that would mean a lot of people just won't die. Stop comparing yourself to others. I think that's great. I think you do what you need to do, and whatever you do to feel successful, to make yourself feel like you're winning, to quote Charlie Sheen, I think, yeah, I agree with that one. Stop trying to satisfy everyone. I cannot like that one more. You cannot make everybody happy, whether you're a company trying to make customers happy or you're a person trying to make people happy around you. Not everybody is going to like you no matter what, right? And that's something that I think as you get to be our age, you really start to get, as you develop priorities and you have kids, you really start to feel like, you know what, can't make everybody happy. I got to make my kids happy. I got to make my wife or my husband happy, and those are the people that matter, right? I think we've kind of come to that ourselves. Sticking to a sleep routine, which is impossible when you have kids and a job, and try to have a social life. Exercising regularly, which, yeah, right.
No excuses there. I'm sorry.
Keeping a journal.
Yeah, I tried that. I've tried keeping a journal.
It's hard to stick to.
It's hard to stick to.
I've done it as part of a sales
Do you
class.
need to do that in your 30s?
No, actually,
Start that?
we started. Like, start doing it to be successful.
I don't think you need to
I
be
think
in your
that-
30s to develop any of these strategies.
Well, no, I think
this is a good
but
general.
they want you. You should do it by the time you reach your 30s. I think is the point.
By the time.
What makes you successful by having a journal?
You can reflect on positive highlights of your day, transform your attitude, keep motivated, and help deal with stressful events. It's also entertaining to look back on. And as part of one of my sales classes I took years ago, journaling was one of the daily routines that they recommended, and it actually really does work. The problem is keeping up with it and remaining consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It always falls to the wayside for the majority of people that do it. Start saving money, obviously.
You should have done that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, right. Start pursuing your life dream. Again, making small steps to get what you want, I guess, to be successful. And start forgiving yourself. Don't harp on your own mistakes. Practice self-compassion and see weaknesses as changeable and try to avoid making the same errors in the future. And I cannot count how many times I've been in the shower or been like laying down and thinking about the day and going, why the hell did you do that? And then I keep thinking, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to do that again. And then when I do it again, I'm like, you moron, don't do it again. Stop doing that, right? It just happens.
We all do that.
Yeah. But you got to, I would say number 10 on here that I don't practice, that I'm surprised.
See number 10.
It's not.
Oh.
I don't practice it. I'm adding number 10.
Nick is adding to the article.
I'm adding to the article, meditation.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Right?
one.
I've not.
I think you need to do that when you're like 18, when you're going through like college and like
Life.
It
Yeah.
works. It makes you think better. I mean, as you're going through your day, you can stop and.
It gives you like 10 minutes at the least to just like sit there and not think about anything and
Peace.
just like have a moment to yourself and just breathe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's why I think you need to start that in college.
Right. It's a great habit, and now even in the iPhone now they have, or in the watch.
Oh, yeah, it's
they
called
have
Breathe.
Breathe.
Yeah.
You do exercises now. It has exercises to help you stop, breathe, and just reflect on
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So I would highly recommend
Funny
it.
enough, I
don't do it
haven't done
enough.
that yet.
Yeah, I know, me too.
I know, my watch will tell me to go breathe, and I'm like, oh, wait, and now I have to like set it up to go breathe.
I recommend.
Success for a lot of people is different, right? It could be for you losing some weight or working on a problem area or getting your kid out the door for school to accomplish everything on your checklist in a day. It could be for me, getting a certain amount of sales. It could be, to be honest with you, it could be just doing this every Thursday. Success could be...
What, talking with me every Thursday on Happy Hour? I'm just kidding.
It could be...
I put him on the spot.
It could be, nice new cars. I mean, 15 years ago or 20 years ago for me, it was having a Ferrari for every day of the week, right? That would have been success for me, is having a Ferrari. Now success for me is, having happy kids that I can get everything they want for, financial security, having a nice day, at home with my wife and kids and enjoying ourselves and having a good day at work. And it changes over time. It's making sure my clients are success for me is my clients never having a problem that upsets them. It's a lot of different things. So I guess what defines it for you. Well, let me ask you that. What defines success for you?
Oh, that's such a interesting question. Because, well, I mean, I agree. I think that there are definitely levels of success that that we want to achieve. There are levels of success that I have achieved, maybe physically or emotionally, like those kinds of things. I think that, success in the general form for myself is being happy and, being with my family and with you and, living my life to the fullest potential. Success for my business is a completely different beast, I think. I'm new to my business, so I'd like to achieve lots of levels of success. But when I'm able to help people achieve their goals, that's success for me. I have to be at a certain level of success within myself, like my own personal success is to be able to help other people. It's kind of like the whole saying that is, you take care of yourself before you put your own air mask on before you can put it on anybody else. So when I'm achieving that level for myself, and I'm always in process. Believe me, I'm always in process. When I'm able to show people that there are results to bettering your health and bettering your diet and bettering your fitness, that's success.
Well, and I think for you, it's probably seeing those results, right? Because you've had people that that have made big changes, and they've emailed you and said, "Hey, I lost 5 pounds this week," or
absolutely,
and that's gratifying.
Absolutely, and that's very gratifying. But that's success. And it's like you said, you can tie it back into like what your own definition of success is. But for me, that's what it is. That's the bottom line. And in the general terms, for me, success is when I'm consistent with what I do every single day. When I get up and work out. When I eat really well. When I drink my shake, when I can get everything on my list that needs to get done, that to me is success. And that may sound very, I don't even know what the word is, that it just may sound small to people or to you or to me or whatever. That's just what it is for me.
Well, and you're getting to a point that I have down there at the bottom is that small successes every day lead to big successes, right?
Of course.
So it becomes perpetual. So for some people it's getting out of bed at a certain time. For me, a success for me is getting out of bed at 5 a.m. For 4 o'clock was ideal, but I still haven't been able to do that yet.
That's just way too early in my book.
Well, so 5 o'clock. We've been doing 5
o'clock has been not consistent yet. So when we get to that consistent point, that will be success for me.
Well, for me, just even starting down the road, like small bites, right? Eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Sure.
So success is getting out of bed. Eat that frog. Mm-hmm. It's success for me is getting up, working out, getting out the door, and doing all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's all of those little things that add up to big successes.
That's right.
And it becomes perpetual, right?
Yes.
You build on those success. But how often does it happen that you don't do something that you know you're supposed to do, that you, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying me.
Right,
even,
no.
When I'm not doing the things that I know I'm supposed to do, and then I start feeling bad about myself, and then I start not doing other things because I don't feel good, because, and then it starts
That's a compound effect in the negative way.
Right, it starts downward spiraling.
Right. You want the compound effect in the positive way, but you touched on a really good point, because it's those small consistencies you do every single day that start adding up to something that's beneficial for you or for me. Success for me is doing those things, those small behaviors every single day,
Yep.
showing up every single day. That's success.
You started talking about doing what you're comfortable with
Yes.
to be successful, right?
Yes.
And I think that's incredibly important I've learned it in my business because a lot of companies in my business right now, they're cold calling, they're doing a hard sell, you're always walking people through the objections and counter objections, blah, 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 blah. And for you, it's in your industry, it's, reaching out to a lot of people and almost being obnoxious, in my opinion. It's going out and being really salesy, right? To get more sales and do blah, 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 blah. But you're not comfortable with that. In my experience with you and dealing with it and trying to find your place, you're not necessarily comfortable with always trying to sell Beachbody, right? Am I getting it right?
Because the point is not to sell. The point is not to sell.
Right.
The point is to share. The point is to. It's not. That's not the philosophy. But the philosophy really is to share what you're doing, inspire other people, and hopefully, be able to help the people that are inspired by you.
Right. Right. And I think that when you tell your story your way and when you do the actions that you feel comfortable
Yes.
with, that the right kind of people that you're compatible with will be attracted to you.
Yes, well,
Right?
that's the whole idea of being authentic
Exactly.
in what you're doing. I understand what you're saying. It's not about selling to me. It's more about believing in a product that works, right, and being a product of the product that works, and sharing your experiences with other people so that they are inspired to try, at the very least, to try and to better themselves. There is no bad benefit or bad outcome of trying to better yourself, which is why it's important to not feel. I mean, yes, there are people that can be salesy in the Beachbody business, but it is not, or in any business.
You don't even need to say
really.
Beachbody. You can say in fitness because
in
fitness are
any
generally
business.
pretty pushy.
Yes, that's true. But that's not being authentic to me.
Some
and
people
to
are
me-
authentically pushy, right?
Yes.
So some people,
but-
it's natural for them to go, dude, you got to try this. Just do it right now. Just call me up right now.
Yeah.
We're going to sign you up. You're going to do it, and I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Just don't even think about it. You just do it, right? Where you're not like that.
No.
You're more of the, look, I'll show you. I'll show you how it's going to work. We'll walk you through it. I'll describe it all to you. I'll help you anyway. You've even basically walk people through the entire process, right? To try to.
Well, that's the point. That's the
Right.
point of being a coach. It's the point of being a coach, and what I do is to help people achieve their goals.
Right. And I got through I had this discussion with somebody right now. We're doing a website for someone, and his question was, how do I look different than anybody else on the internet? They're all putting out similar content. They're all doing the same thing that I'm doing, and it's be authentic. Be who you are. You're a nice guy. You are a trustworthy guy. I think he comes off as being incredibly trustworthy compared to other people, especially in his market. And I think that if you put that out there, if your website conveys that sense of, hey, look, I understand the situation you're in. We're going to get you through this, and in the end, you're going to be better for it. Trust me, I'm going to walk you through this. I'm going to be your partner through this process. If you can explain to somebody that and come through it, whether you're selling cars, selling fitness products, selling IT services, selling landscaping services, if you come through as being authentic, you can be authentically cheap. You can be authentically the low-cost provider. You can be authentically the high-quality person. You can be authentically the hand-holding person. I think if you are consistently and authentically who you are, it attracts to you the people that are most compatible with you.
Yes, and you're being yourself. Like, you do you. You have to do you. That is the one, in my opinion, one key to success. Do you, be authentic, and build relationships. Like, what you're talking about is building relationships
Absolutely.
with people, and that is what I personally strive to do. That is what my coach personally strived to do when I got on board with her. Like, you have to understand that it is more than just it's more than just making a sale. It is more than just that. You are building relationships with people who are struggling. You're building relationships with people who need your help. Like, that's the bottom line. That's it. And so if you're your true and authentic self, which is what I strive to be every single day, and when I am my true authentic self every single day, that is the success, okay? And when people can see that and I can convey that in my messages, in my posts, that is success to me. It's not about the sale. It's never been about the sale for me. It is about being with people and helping people understand and achieve their best selves, because that is what I do for myself. Right?
Yeah. You have to find what your strengths are, right? So you number one, you lead by example. And I think that's probably number one for most people that are successful. They lead by example. You've done it. You've been there, right?
Yeah.
I can't be a Beachbody coach because nobody's going to look at my body and say he should be a coach, right? So they can look at you.
Well, that's not true. See, but that's not true.
But
what you're saying is not true.
Okay, but wait, I don't believe it to be true.
Okay.
So because of that, I would be insincere in trying to go out and be a coach because I don't believe it in my own head. Right? Okay.
Right.
Capitalizing on your strengths is a key to being successful, and knowing that I am capable of doing this, I'm not capable of doing this. So then you have to decide what to do about your weaknesses, right? So I know that I am weak in trying to persuade people to buy things. So I have to decide, do I work on that skill or do I hire somebody else to do that better? For you, name a weakness in your business that you think you have.
My biggest weakness, to be honest, is being inconsistent. When I am inconsistent, I am not doing well in my business.
Okay.
So my goal is to be more consistent with everything that I do. I mean, I'm consistent with a couple of things. I'm consistent with working out. I'm consistent with drinking Shakeology. I am mostly consistent with posting. But I could probably do better. And I am not consistent with I don't know how to explain it. I probably need to be a little bit more disciplined in certain areas, like scheduling times to do certain things and scheduling times to reach out to people who I coach, and scheduling things. So I'm not always consistent with
consistency
those things. So consistency is a huge part of
Callie knows.
being six.
I'm a big consistency kind of person.
Yes, I don't know that because I'm not married to this guy. I have no idea.
So
I just rolled my eyes. Successful people don't roll their eyes. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So, consistency. So for me, I'm all about trying to be consistent. For me, a weakness for me is organization, right? So I'm not always the most organized person. I struggle with that. So for me, I'm kind of the idea person. I'm the get the ball rolling person. I am the consistency person. But for some reason, I can't always
follow through.
I can't always be organized.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Apparently, you believe follow through might be a problem.
No, follow through is my problem.
Oh, okay.
No, that's why I'm so inconsistent.
Okay.
It's because I follow I follow through to a point.
Well, so you have to decide then, is it worth your time and effort to develop consistency skills? For me, I've decided that organization is not something that I'm not wired that way, so I need other people to be organized for me. I depend on Brandon to organize our documentation. I depend on John to organize our support system. So I know that I am incapable. I'll be spinning my wheels trying to get all that done. So I have other people to do it for me, and then I can do what I know I am good at. So we all decide. So, and it goes to, if somebody is not good at writing content for their website, look, you can spend hours writing crappy content for your website, or you can hire somebody else to do it at, $50 an hour.
Actually, you're right. To create, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but to create like really good content.
Right.
Is that what you're talking about? So actually one of my best friends and I were just talking about this yesterday, about, so you can have like this lovely, beautiful website, which is what you've created for me.
Oh, thank you.
You have. And it's so wonderful. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with it. But without the content, it is nothing. And you can work until you're blue in the face and looking at how beautiful it is. But if I don't provide the content, and if I don't provide relatable and authentic me doing me content, it will be nothing, So that is really super, super important,
right?
To being able to, relate to an audience, or, I don't know, just even being successful.
Once they get there, you want them to be happy with what they're finding, right?
Sure, and providing them with like the tools and help and even just inspiration. Like, God, that's another thing I wasn't even thinking about. Like, success to me is being inspirational to other people. That's huge. That's huge. That to my business, that is what is success to me.
Yeah.
Being an inspiration to other people, getting them on board with their own health and fitness, like that's incredibly inspiring and incredibly successful to me when I can provide that kind of support to people and that kind of thing. So that's it.
How do you stay motivated?
Really, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that I stay motivated every day by you guys, my family, you, my kids. I stay motivated by the people that I coach, because if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, how the hell are they supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing? If I don't provide the tools for success for myself, I can't do it for anybody else. So what keeps me motivated is the routine that I've set for myself every single day, except Sundays, because Max 30 gives you a day off. Thank God. Yeah, you need it. What keeps me motivated is the fact that like I can finally maintain a balance within myself, and that's motivational. Like for me, that's fantastic. Like I can figure out like what's okay for me, what's not, in terms of workouts, in terms of eating, in terms of life. That's a hard thing, but it keeps me motivated. Talking to people keeps me so motivated, because I love to talk, and I love to talk this stuff. I love to talk what I'm doing.
No way.
No, and that keeps me really motivated, And mindset, like I talked about that last week. Mindset is a huge motivator.
All right, so what are you doing this weekend? What's good? What's fun is happening this weekend?
Not telling.
Is it? Why?
I don't know. We got football games. We got get-togethers. We got 40th birthday parties. 40th birthday celebration.
I got a pirate game to go to. Looking forward to it. We're going to an Oktoberfest thing tomorrow night.
Going to an Oktoberfest.
Callie, thanks for the babysitter. So we got a pretty eventful weekend this week. All right. See ya. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for watching.